Hello, toy friends. Welcome back. I'm Will. This is the 118. Voted the number one 118 scale show at 3:30 p.m. Eastern on Sundays ever. So just want to brag a little bit about that. And with me, as always, is my pal, Mr. Jim Largo. Jim, how are you? You're muted. Haha. Hey,
I'm well. How are
how's
you?
it going? Good, good, good. Um, just I can't say it enough. This is the highlight of my week every week, and I'm just happy to be here. So glad to see all
Here,
these
yeah.
wonderful
I was
people
gonna
in
say,
chat.
here's to low expectations.
And Mr. Bjorn with his word of 2024, Spadoinkle. Uh, Justin, can't wait for the show. Can't wait to do the show. I love doing this. Jeff's here. Hooray. Happy Sunday. Stay warm. The older I get, the more I don't like snow. Oh, I hear you. And Scott, what's happening? YouTube's being slow for him. Really? Hopefully it'll stay warm there. And Weird Fantastic Toy Adventures. Bill, how are you? Figuratively Speaking's here. Hi, how you doing? Hello there. World Made of Cardboard. My favorite guy this week. And we'll talk about him in a little bit. Um, Mr. Axion Fix. Ed, how are you? It's good to see you. Jeff Morris, what's happening? Fat Red Foo. Hi. And Beta Ray Bob's here. Yeah, I'm having a great weekend. I hope you are too. And we've got Ted. Ted in the house. Mr. Ian Sweeney. Good evening, sir. And Lord of Thane. SW Star Wars, I guess. Yeah. Hello. Hi. Very nice to have you here. And I think that's everyone for right now. Welcome. We have a wonderful show for you today. Actually, nothing really in particular. Just wanted to catch up because last week we did Delta 17. The week before that was New Year's Eve. And we had some holiday stuff going on. So this is more just like a regular 118 show. So we're just going to be taking a look at some stuff. Payne's Toy Samples in the house. How are you? And without further ado, unless Jim, you had something?
Oh, just a question.
Star Wars,
from
of course. That's just, it's when you're live, you just read stuff and say stuff out loud and you don't mean to. Yeah, I got it, but just, you ever do that? I don't know. I do it all the time.
I do. Sometimes I look at things and I'm like, especially when people put acronyms and stuff. I'm like, okay.
Like the second you start
World made a
streaming.
Oh, where'd he go?
Yeah.
I lost the
How do
chat.
people
Jumped on
watch
me.
YouTube? Is that the? We'll catch up.
I saw
Basically,
a
I was
question.
going to say, yeah, the second you start live streaming, half your brain, like you lose just half your like mental capacity.
Only half?
Yeah,
You're having a
At
good
least-
day.
At least, yeah. Thanks, Scott. YouTube is YouTube. I got it. Gojatron, what's happening, man? Okay.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get
it'll
with
be
Goji here soon.
Next Sunday. I'm looking at the roll of comments here. I don't see.
Oh, there it is. It is it's pretty chilly here today. It's a balmy 81 degrees Fahrenheit. So
Man.
we're suffering. I had to put on a shirt and pants and everything. It was terrible. So
Man. Well, I'm glad you put the pants on. So because
so
guys,
does
I'll tell
everyone
you,
else.
yeah. When we're not live, it's just no pants ever, and I'm always just arguing with you. Get those pants. All right, so the 118 presents Sunday. What is today? 1/14/2024. We've got some things. We've got some stuff. We've got an O-ring update. Talking about the Delta 17 vehicle announcement that came right after our live stream last week. Some Amazon deals I've seen around. Some Jurassic Park stuff people have been sending in. A couple Marvel Epic Hero Series pickups I made over the last couple of weeks and haven't had a chance to look at. We're going to look at some cool makers in the community, specifically, spoiler alert, a world made of cardboard. He did something wonderful within the last couple weeks, and I really want to talk about that. And then we're going to go over that Chatmate R&D contest. The winner is supposed to be announced tomorrow, so we're just going to overview that and talk about, um, what's going to happen with that. That'll be a lot of fun. So let's take a look. What do we got? Oh, huge shout out. Thank you to our Patreon and channel members. Guys, thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate it. We got Mike McLaughlin, James Salzberg, Weird Fantastic Toy Adventures, Beta Ray Bob, Rollkeeper, Wraith Mace, Justin Morier. Dudes, join the team. It'll be awesome. Or don't. It's all right. I'm not forcing it. I'm not. But yeah, join the team. It's fun. Let's see. Delta 17. So yeah, last week we had the big announcement from Delta 17. We had Ken and Steve on. We talked about those. I have my Delta 17 figures in stock. They're going to go out during the live stream, Jim. I don't know if you remember, and maybe some of you eagle-eyed viewers in the audience there noticed. Steve was holding up some cards and hinting at what the vehicle will be. And one of those was indeed the vehicle that they announced later on Brick Something's channel, which was a live stream they did like right after us. So yeah, if you want to go over there, check out the Brick Something interview with Delta 17. Link is in the description, and you could see this. And this is the cat's out of the bag, or has the bird flown the coop? Either way, it was announced on Brick Something's live stream that Delta 17 will be making a Hind D helicopter in 1/18 scale. It's a big project, so it's not coming out anytime soon. It should be about 1.5 to 2 years away. It'll come in 2 different paint versions, one classic, one Soviet era camo paint job, and one custom retrograd wolf paint job. This is a big vehicle, and one that I don't know if it exists in the 1/18 scale already. Are you aware of any out there? I don't think so. So it could be a first. But here's just a couple other pictures of the awesome helicopter. This one was also featured in prominently in Metal Gear Solid, if everyone remembers that segment of the video game, if you played that back in the day, where you had to use the rocket launcher and take down. You had to fight. Solid Snake had to fight one of these. So, but yeah, wild helicopter. Totally awesome.
Oh, yeah. It's an awesome piece of machinery, and it totally makes sense for using as troop transport, whether for the adversaries or the heroes. It's a great vehicle.
Right. I think it's just awesome. I'm down with it. I mean, I love the 1/18 scale vehicles of any type and style, so we were talking about, I was talking about customizing this one here for the Delta 17 crew. And we had a couple other ones as well. I've got a Leonard helicopter I'm working on. But with this thing being a year or two away, so if you were working on anything like that, it would be fine. Jim, you had a nice idea for a helicopter, and then coincidentally I walked into DD Discount and I found one. That was the Choppa from Fortnite.
Yeah, I think it's really a good one to customize. It's really inexpensive right now. It'll carry a pilot and several. He's got pegs on the landing struts there, or the pieces on the side, and it can fit a couple inside. So I was thinking about that for Adventure Team, but it could certainly work for Delta 17 as well.
It's probably about the same size as this guy right here, right? So it's I didn't open it up, but I did find one. And I have one put aside for you from a while back, but it was funny that we were talking about it and that I wandered in there on my lunch break and they had 4 of them on the shelf. I was like, hey, look at this. So that was pretty cool. So yeah, that Choppa, and the paint job's pretty cool on it. The orange and red, the way it fades there. The figure, I don't know. She's okay, I guess. As is, but she's a little cartoonish, for me, but I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, a lot of people talking about the cold. So I understand a lot of you are cold out there. Yeah, I'm in Florida, so it's 68 degrees right now. Pretty cold for here. Stay warm out there, guys. But World Made of Cardboard saying the vehicles for Fortnite are very nice. Yeah, they are. They're great. I have several of them. Um, cool looking helicopter. Brian from Outer Multiverse came 20 degrees where he is. Oh boy, I really do feel bad for you guys. Yeah, I don't like the cold at all. Um, yeah, is she a zombie? I could barely see it on the screen.
She's very pale.
I'll make that full screen for you. But yeah, she's just she's got like gray skin and she's got some kind of. I don't think she's a zombie though. Um, yep. You're gonna come visit us to warm up. All right. See. Oh, okay. He's looking on a small phone. I got you. Sorry, buddy. We'll try to describe in as much detail as possible everything we're talking about on screen for those looking on a small screen. So yeah, hey, just looking around the web, I had to check my Amazon kind of list. I usually just, if anything looks interesting, I'll throw it up on the list. And some of the stuff is stuff we've covered on this show before. Other stuff is just a good deal. As a matter of fact, everything on the screen right now, I've shown on screen and I probably bought at full price. But, if you were interested in that X-Jet, it's down to $15.73, down from like $30. So $15, I think it's a decent jet. The Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 Galactic Spaceship, I don't think that vehicle is really worth much. If you wanted to use it for something, that's fine. But the rocket character is pretty cool. So if that thing goes down lower than that, I think $10 for a rocket isn't bad, but 15's pushing it. But you do get that little shuttle pod, which is a little useful. And anyone that likes 118 scale vehicles, the Batman movie, Batmobile, the 3 figures that come with it are, something we've seen in multiples, but that vehicle is pretty cool. This one comes with like a sandy, like dirt kind of paint scheme on it, but I've seen a lot of people, you could do Mad Max stuff. You could do, any sort of vehicle. So it's really cool. And that recent Batmobile, the Crusader Batmobile, I did pick up. That's down to $12.99, and it comes with a figure. So for $12.99, Justin just had a great idea. Simon and Simon Kip Ash with that helicopter.
That's an idea. Yeah.
Do you remember that show? Mm-hmm. Yeah. That'd be pretty cool. So yeah, these are good deals. And this was probably like Wednesday or Thursday of last week. So these prices may not be accurate today. I know sometimes Amazon will run a deal and then change the prices up. So yeah, if you're interested in good 118 scale vehicles or even just custom starters, these would all be good. I like every vehicle there except for the Guardians of the Galaxy ship on its own, but they could be nice. We talked about this Batman Gotham City Guardian 4-in-1 transformation playset several times. I think one of our viewers even sent in pictures. It is enormous. No joke, man. This thing is huge. And you get a Batwing, a Batmobile, a motorcycle, a figure, and then it turns into a giant walking Batmech. That thing was $100. It's down to $45, so a little over 50% off if you wanted to get it. I think it's just too damn big. I just don't have room for it. So would I get one? Possibly. You know what I mean? Like it is cool, but it's just too darn big for me. That Batman 3-in-1 Batcave though, for $37, I've seen it cheaper than that. I've seen it down to $20, but it's a pretty decent playset and it comes with a really nice Batman figure. I have this one and I like it, but that's not bad if you want a playset. That last one I wanted to talk about because it is the DC Comics official 1989 Batmobile RC exclusive Batman figure, limited edition, smoke effects, Batcave changeable base. It's like a chargeable rotating base. This is the same Batmobile that Spin Master released for the Flash movie, but with all the bells and whistles.
That's not bad.
$164.99. Now I saw this thing and I was excited about it, and then I found out that the price was $199. Then they shifted gears and they brought it down to like 175, and I was like, still too much. I think like the top end on that is 100. It's a small 118 scale vehicle. I looked on the Amazon thing, and it's like one of those things where I don't know if I could find a legit person who just bought it and enjoyed it review. It seemed like they were all paid promotion or something like that, even on YouTube. And I'm not accusing anyone of anything. It just seemed that way. Well, one, I talked to a lot of people in the community, and no one else picked one up and was just like, hey, this thing's cool, and shut it off. So anyone out there, if you have that Batmobile, I'm just curious. I would think by now it would be down to 125. Maybe I'd even pull the trigger on it because it seems cool. It's a rotating base, comes with a little a bat computer and like a little bat stand. You got the smoke effects. It's got light. The guns actually pop up on it. It seems like a really nice vehicle, and I was excited for it, but I just was not excited for that price. So
right.
I'm just
So it's worth keeping an eye on. It might go down further still.
Yeah.
Another one to keep an eye out for is there are still Lightyear movie toys out there, and they're getting some deep discounts.
Oh yeah.
Some of the like the vehicles and play sets
there was
are pretty cheap
that
now.
drill that's down to like under $10, and people have been customizing that. It's really cool. So,
now the figures for that line were kind of 5-inch ish, so they will work for 118 as far as the vehicles and the other stuff for scale. Their Star Command playset was originally like 100. It's down to less than half that now on Amazon, and probably even cheaper in some discount stores. And it's not a bad starter base if you wanted to build something. So that's one.
I've seen some really fantastic customs made with that. And I think Scott over on his channel did a bunch of test fits with no alteration, and a lot of 118 scale figures fit in there. So that's pretty cool. I guess I missed that Gaz showed up. Hey Gaz, how's it going? Gaz is going to be on it's Chad's channel tonight talking what's the name of that? What is the name of that show? It's only the best damn G.I. Joe movie ever made, right?
That's
Mega
right.
Force. Yeah. They're going to be talking Mega Force, and that's going to be a really great show. So tune in for that, guys, later tonight. I think it's at 7 or 8 tonight. I will check on that.
Depending on your time zone. Yeah, it's going to be a fun one. So
that'll be a lot of fun. Let's see here. Let's check in with the chat and just see if anyone have this thing, man? I don't think so, right? No one has. 45 is more like it for that Batman set. Yeah, I mean that is $100 for a toy like that is kind of
it's a bit much.
When toys get into the $100 plus range, it's no longer a casual purchase. Yeah, $20 is too high. Yeah, I get it, man. I want to get a couple more of those armadillo spaceships. That's the little shuttle pod that came with the Guardians of the Galaxy thing. Yeah.
No, that's actually from the Lightyear movie. It's
that's
like
from
a troop transport.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. And it'll work for 118 as well. So it's a decent little model.
Yeah. All my plans to celebrate going a year of not paying retail or above for any figure by splurging a little bit. My sole figure purchase so far is a Spin Master 4-inch Black Adam for the priceless sum of $99. Yeah, they are super cheap. I think Amazon still has some of that stuff. You get those. We've got found some figures for $4 at Barnes and Noble. Usually they're kind of expensive, so yeah, that's a nice clearance score there. That's not their regular price, I would imagine. Mega Force, yeah, baby. Yeah, $4 4-inch Aquaman 2 stuff is really, really cheap right now. I think the figures are like $3, and I was even looking at them. That Orm figure, the Black Manta, and then the stealth suit Aquaman. There's not much detail on the body, so if you wanted them for customs, you could always add to it and put stuff on there. Really good starter for a custom figure, and they have pretty decent articulation. they're pretty well made. So, you know, even if you want to take like a Final Faction figure, swap the head, put it on one of those bodies, and add some articulation to your, you know, Final Faction or something, that'd be pretty cool. Yep. Oh, the Batman Batcave playset, the latest movie, is a great Naboo background. Oh, yeah. The one with the steps. Is that what you're talking about? The one with the staircase? Yeah. Brian got some Eagle Force figures. They were on sale last week. Oh, nice. I totally missed that. Damn it. Deeds, not words. For real.
Yep.
All right.
The Megaforce motto.
That's right. We've talked about this on the show too. Amazon's got the Transformers Generations Collaborative G.I. Joe mashup, Megatron and his figure, his tank with Baroness for 46. It's down 49%. Not bad. I mean, I paid full price for this thing, and I even said, I think in my video, that if it was around 40, if it was like $20 to $30 cheaper, I think it would be a no-brainer and just kind of an easy purchase to make. At that higher price point, I was a little disappointed with some of the stuff that, you know, turned out. But at $46, it's still, I'd say, worth it. If it goes any lower, I may pick up a second one because the packaging looks pretty neat, and you can't have too many his tanks.
That's true.
This was one that was a little controversial, I guess. This picture's not the best here. It's a little small. But this was the Mezco Toys DC Comics 5 points Superman, the Mechanical Monsters 1941 deluxe box set. $64.99 down from $90. So you get 4 figures and the play set. And if you figure these are 5 POA figures, if you figure they're worth about $10 each, that's $40 for the figures, $20 for the play set. I don't know if it's quite there yet. $25 for the play set. It's just a cardboard. I like
think
this.
The phone booth is actually a plastic piece, but the rest of it's cardboard. I like the Fleischer Superman cartoon. It was really, really well done. So it's cool that they're doing that. You get Clark and Lois, as well as
I got this like cartoon at like a dollar store back in like the 90s. I had never seen it before, and I found it like it was like a Superman dollar store tape, and I loved it, man. The animation is so nice in it, the designs, I just love the music, everything. It's such a great cartoon. So when I saw this, I was like, oh, I would love to have this, because I used to watch it all the time. But
Goji says it's even lower over at Big Bad Toy Store right now. Is cool.
That right? $48.
I think 48 is
you have
the
to
right
pay
price.
Shipping. Is it 48 plus
shipping at
$12?
Big Bad
shipping?
Is only. Okay. I think they have like $8 flat fee shipping for big items.
Okay.
So should be good. That's a good price. I think it's worth it at that. If you are a fan of this era of the 40s Superman, which I mean,
it's probably not something that you would play with as much as just display and kind of enjoy. But if it went down enough, and then, it looks just like the cartoon in the back, and that robot though, man, that's the one. Look at him.
The robot's the selling point. He's really cool.
He really is. Those designs, man, that is so great. It comes with 2 pairs of interchangeable arms, dynamic posing, interchange propeller that attaches to the neck, removable flame effects that attach to the eyes. I mean, that robot is where it's at, and the quick change telephone booth is pretty cool. So it comes with Clark Kent and Superman, and then you put them in the booth, spin it around. It's kind of like the gimmick I was talking about for Chatmay.
Yeah,
it's a great gimmick. It's a great play feature, and it's a pretty decent photo booth. It's okay. So I don't know.
Be fun for some toy photography.
Yeah, not something like I know a couple people did chime in here, and tempted. Yep. Tempted by the Superman set. Yeah, me too, man. They also, Jeff is saying they also have the other Transformers crossovers. That's the Bumblebee. I don't know if Soundwave is on discount yet. If it is, that'd be awesome. I kind of really enjoyed that one, but the Bumblebee one was, the Soundwave to me is my favorite. The Hiss Tank is a great Hiss Tank. It's a okay Megatron. The Bumblebee is a great Ostriker and an okay, figure. They're okay. I'm probably going to buy them all, but they're not something I'm like thrilled about. Too high for cardboard from a world made of cardboard. Did he just say cardboard? Yes. But yeah, thank you for that hot tip. Bubba Hicks, welcome. The classic Fleischer Superman was awesome. Yeah, that is such a freaking amazing cartoon. I haven't seen it in years, but yeah, that thing was great.
I liked the cartoon because they didn't make him overpowered. He was, he was super, but he could be, challenged by just crazy scientists in a lair somewhere.
So $4 flat rate shipping. Okay, great.
Okay.
I did see that they have some other stuff, so I'm going to check Big Bad Toys. Actually, I'm not. I can't buy anything. I'm not going to go check because I'll be tempted. That telephone booth does look fun. I would love to do that. I would love to get that. I have the Batman one, the Batman 66 one with the Batcave,
Nice.
and the Batmobile, and all the characters that came with it. And I got that for a very good price. Because that comes with like 8 figures, I think. I know some people were disappointed in it, but I can't wait to set that one up. I couldn't believe that Hasbro had 2 cardboard exclusive play sets with the Star Wars Solo movie, over $45 each. Yes. And one of those cardboard sets is still at Ollie's by me. From what year was Solo movie come out? It was probably the year after. So, I mean, I would say those have been there since 2021, maybe 2022. So the same ones, like they've had like a shelf full of them for under 20. I bought one for like $10 and I never built it, but yeah, I want the Zartan. Well, I bought it, but yeah, I can understand not wanting to spend $100 on that. Those Solo sets looked great, but they were way too expensive. I got them on discount, and I would like to build one. Yeah, found one at Ollie's, $14. Yeah, and Christmas money is blown. Time to start collecting shells again. Yeah, well, that's an easy collection to work on. So yeah, and then thank you to everyone in the community because we've had several people send me some of these Jurassic Park figures that I didn't even know came out. But I gotta just tell you, this Nedry, I didn't order them yet, but for $14.99 for these Hammond Collection Premium 3.75 figures, they're pretty great. I will say that this Nedry that came with the Jeep should have been this Nedry. I don't even remember, but they released a Jeep with Nedry, and he didn't come with the stick. He didn't come with the shaving cream.
The raincoat. Yeah.
He didn't come with the raincoat, and it was kind of like a head scratcher, like it. That makes sense. But they kind of did this one great. And he comes with an alternate. So he comes with the shaving cream can. Then he comes with the alternate head where he gets spit on, and that is just awesome. Doesn't that look great? I think it's just fantastic. It's just, I don't know.
If nothing else, he's a good background character if you're doing some world building and just need a civilian.
Yeah, and I think $14.99 for that character with all the things you get with them, definitely good. And those Jurassic Park figures are pretty well made. This is one that we talked about on the show a while ago, and it was the Aerial Battle Pack Amazon exclusive, which came with a new sculpt of Man-Bat with a vehicle. So here's the new sculpt of Man-Bat. I wasn't thrilled about the Battle Armor Batman there, but I did want that Man-Bat, and I've just never seen it. It's like always shows is unavailable. See all buying options. Does anyone have this thing? If you have it, please just send me a message, because I think it was like back in October we talked about this, and I don't know if it got canceled. It just never came out. I just never see it, and I really did want that Man-Bat. The rest of the stuff, not so much. Yeah, these are like 37% off, and I never even knew they came out. So this is the Jurassic Park 3 figure pack. So it's got Alan Grant in his Jurassic Park 3 attire with a Velociraptor. This product picture was just a little strange because I don't know what he's doing with that egg, but I just thought this would be perfect of a post this online and have people caption it. You ever see those types of pictures? So I just I saw the picture and I just laughed, and I'm like, caption this, because it's kind of not how it happened in the movie. But
No, that is a good set though. You get a dino and a human, and they're
yeah,
both good figures. It's a good price. That's worth
yeah,
picking
not
up, I
bad.
think.
And it's a decent looking Alan Grant. I do like that. Um, Bob Hicks saying needs to stock up on his human Jurassic Park figures. His dinos are hungry. Yes. Uh, and have they done Laura Dern? They have. She came
Did she come with
in.
the Jeep, or she
She
came in a
came.
set of some sort?
Yes, she came with the utility Jeep with no roll bar
That's
and
right.
the toolboxes in the back. I believe. I think she came in that set. I could be wrong though. I think toy companies pack figures with the wrong things to make you buy more toys. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yep. And we are all suckers and we fall for it every time. Yep. He's about to give a pill to that dino. It's a suppository. Yeah. It's just the raptor doesn't seem too happy about what Alan's doing back there. He doesn't. He doesn't look happy.
No.
Or she with the dirty gloves. That's right. They made the one with the dirty gloves for that. What did he say? That's a big pile of shit in the movie. He's got the will you take my egg in marriage? Okay, that doesn't sound good. You can pick up get the pink-haired Laura Dern in the Star Wars Vintage Collection.
Oof. No, thank you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That sounds fun. So yeah, and it comes with the alternate hands, I guess. A couple of eggs, the little satchel. If the eggs don't go into the satchel, that would be weird. And a backpack, so that's nice. This kind of generic vehicle, and it kind of comes with. I don't know if this was ever in the movies or anything like that, and I don't know if that guy is actually a character or just a generic dinosaur wrangler. I like those compies though. You see them piling on him and just taking him out. The vehicle's like short and stubby and a little more like kiddie, like if you were to use it with another line, but definitely cool and something I'll be looking out for. Now I will tell you that once again I'm grateful because I think Gojitron sent this to me, Boba Hicks sent this one to me. Like just everyone I know. Thank you very much. Jim, you even sent one to me. So yeah,
I did.
I think Paul Knapp over on the Paul Knapp channel, he sent that to me. Yeah, it's like a Mercedes Unimog, but like squished. Like if you change
More
like,
narrow.
Yeah, like it's just kind of. This one, on the other hand, now, Gaz, you're gonna love this one. So yeah, he comes with like the little that like cattle prong. It's kind of cool. I think it's a great little set though, and I'm so happy they're making these and coming out with new vehicles and play sets every year. They're so nice. This one, tell me you don't get Megaforce vibes from that vehicle. Like I just think it kind of looks like it could be in there as a companion vehicle. It's not the same, I get it, but it looks kind of cool, man.
Yeah, it'd be a good one for custom. I think you could definitely make a Megaforce vehicle with that. Got a good base color to it. Good design.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this vehicle's the cooler of the two, in my opinion. But it does have that capture claw that clips onto the front. You don't necessarily have to use that. But yeah, it's got like a kind of really cool aesthetic, with the rivets in there. It's got a lot of good details. It's got claw marks kind of sculpted into the side there. And Beta Ray Bob, by the way, thank you, Beta Ray Bob. He did a nice, he purchased this and he did a nice write up over on his Instagram. Yeah, he did a nice little write up, and I just took a couple of the pictures there just so you could see. But yeah, you could fit two characters in the, and those look like Eagle Force figures. You can fit two of those right up in the driver's seat, and then you've got that little hatch that pops
top
up.
Hatch.
Yeah. And
that's
it's just,
yeah.
I mean, you don't even have to do anything to this vehicle, and it looks right in. I mean, if you wanted to cover up that Jurassic Park logo with your own logo, that would be pretty cool. So yeah, go check out the rest of the pictures that Beta Ray Bob posted over on Instagram, because there's a lot more where that came from. It's very cool.
It's interesting. The doors don't open, but the whole top hatch comes off, which makes it easier to put figures in and out. I think it's got a lot of potential.
Yeah, there's like a battle damage feature
Mhm.
that comes with it, like so you can roll it over and like take parts fall off it. I think the other side has like a dent in it or something. I could be totally wrong. But let's take a look here. The capture claw is removable, which is good. Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. And doesn't Bob have one? Oh yeah, you know it. And stole his pictures right off of his Instagram. Now he did tell me I'm allowed to, so that's okay. But yeah, I need to buy one. I think that's a great looking vehicle. One, because it's not like a redo; it's an original vehicle. So like you throw that in another setting, you throw the Jurassic Park Jeep in with G.I. Joe. It looks like a Jurassic Park Jeep in with G.I. Joe, but you throw that vehicle in with any other setting, it kind of,
Yeah.
lends itself to that, whether it's Joy Toy or Eagle
Mhm.
Force or, Delta 17. It could be anything.
Yeah,
I think
and
it fits
depending
with
on
all
what kind of repaint you do, you could do kind of a middle of the road repaint and use it with lots of different sets. I think it'd
Yeah.
be cool.
And that is a good point, John, because they said, that is a good vehicle, and Hasbro says they can't sell vehicles. Well, Jurassic Park has had toys, vehicles, dinosaurs, play sets, and vehicles on the shelf, specifically at Target, which is weird because I don't know why they're not, uh, you know, kind of more broadly, like why Walmart only gets the dinosaur figures, they don't get the humans and the things. They only got like that Club Jurassic Park little kid toys or something. Um,
Hmm.
uh, so, you know, I don't know why they're not more broadly accepted, but they've been on the shelves for years now, like since at least like 2019 or maybe even earlier. So,
Dinosaurs are kind of evergreen. Everybody likes the dinos.
I'm a Jurassic Mark. Okay, this guy kills me. By the way, Boba Hicks and Johnny Sorensen, they just released a new show talking about the movie They Live over on the Boba Joe show. And I watched it
That's a
this
fun one.
morning and it was wonderful. Yeah, I love that show. And Johnny, if you're watching this on the replay, I haven't been commenting on his stuff, but I've been watching everything he's doing and all of his hilarious AI generated stuff. So, just so you know, I have been watching. I do enjoy it. And, you should go
Yeah,
check it
we're
out.
going to be
Boba
doing
Joe Show.
collaborations with both of those guys over the coming year. Um, I'm going to get with Johnny to do some stuff with the Gotham City villains, some of the
Oh,
monstrous
nice.
ones. And Boba Hicks and I are going to get together and maybe either talk some wrestling and or some other sci-fi monsters. So we'll have some fun.
Yeah, and I think Boba Hicks is going to join us here on the 118 to talk about Jurassic Park toys in a couple of weeks.
Nice.
So, yeah, that'll be fun. Justin saying, my wife sends her love. Not every show I order something new because of you two. Yeah, she really does support him. Yeah, I've done the same thing. And, I usually watch in the other room. So she's not aware that I've been influenced or, enabled by
It's
my
important. I was going to say we're not influencers, but we have been accused of enabling. We are enablers.
Zaymot Rogue, what's happening? Notification didn't go off. Damn it! What I miss? Anything important? Nah, we're just chilling.
Nah,
It's a.
slow
That's right.
news
It
day.
was called Camp Cretaceous. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, Thanos copter. What's happening? And yeah, that is
Thanos
funny.
just put out a couple of good videos of some photo shoots he's did.
That's right.
Good to check out on his YouTube and Instagram.
Oh,
Very
okay. So
cool.
Bjorn and Gojitron with the link to the latest Boba Joe show. Well, thank you so much, guys. I appreciate that you did that. That's very nice.
Yeah.
Um, Ian saying when he gets more confident with his customizing, he'd like to get a Young Jedi Adventures Crimson Firehawk ship. Die Hard 3.75 over on Instagram and over here on YouTube did a really nice video. I think that thing went down to like $20. And that ship is pretty impressive. I really enjoyed that video, and I probably should have included it, but that would be on the list, the very long list of things I want to get to at some point. But yeah, that is a good ship. If you could find it, I think he said it was on Amazon for under 20. It's for those like Young Jedi Adventures or like Fisher Price Little People, but Star
Okay.
Wars themed. But this ship is pretty sizable, and without, I don't think really any conversion, you can make it for 118 scale, and it's a pretty good ship. Yeah. Link to the They Live video. Thank you. Yep. And thanks for the book. Yep.
Yeah, man. I like when he's doing his YouTube where he talks about his backgrounds and some of the things he uses in the elements of taking toy photography. It's always helpful.
Definitely. Yeah, that is awesome. Trying to incorporate a Dino Valley into my plan for my layout. Love some Jurassic Park tunes. Oh yeah, season 1 was very entertaining and surprisingly adult. Now I never watched that, so I think I'm gonna go check that out because I did see that on there, but I never picked it up. And
Another good one, Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, based on the Xenozoic tales.
Yeah.
There's some fun cartoons out there for free on YouTube if you ever want to check them out.
Yeah,
it was a fun show.
So the nice thing is those Young Jedi Adventure figures are actually 4-inch. So even though their proportions are kind of, cartoonish or kiddie, they're already 4-inch, so it just works. So that's great.
So you can take those vehicles and repurpose them. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, good to know.
Oh, thanks, World Made of Cardboard. Just subscribed. Yeah. If you love talking about anything, listening to Johnny and Boba Hicks talk about any subject is completely awesome. You would love it. Yeah. Oh, hell yeah, Largo. Yep. Yeah. So cool. Yeah, I want to talk about this guy. This was we talked about these. That was the Marvel Epic Heroes series. So this is the first vehicle or 4-wheeled vehicle. I guess they did do a, what was it? The Spider Mobile. They did the Spider vehicle, but this is a 3 3/4 or 4-inch vehicle. So I was curious about it, so I picked it up. I'd say it's too expensive. I think it was $25 for this in the figure, which a little bit of a ripoff. The Black Panther is the exact same Black Panther that came with the Mechasaurs, and he comes with a claw shield that disconnects. So I think the paint apps might be slightly different on this one, but I mean it's a very serviceable and decent Black Panther figure. But now I have 2 because that one that came with the mech suit, and then these snap apart and I just dropped one and attach to the front of the
quad vehicle.
The little quad vehicle, and then it's got a very powerful missile launcher. This thing almost hit the other side of the room when I accidentally hit it. It rolls very nicely. It's okay. Like I said, I just think, especially since a lot of the other vehicles that came out with this have dropped in price, watch it. And when it goes down in price, maybe pick it up. Unless, like I said, it's something you have to have or you don't have. So I have spoken in the past saying that I'm happy with the 11 points of articulation these guys have. I will say this vehicle has made me want for another, because when you go to sit him on the vehicle, his wrists don't turn. So getting him to hold the handlebar is kind of a challenge. You could make it happen because he has an elbow swivel, but
just looks a little awkward.
Yeah, it's needlessly more complicated, so I wasn't he gets on there, but it doesn't. If he just had a wrist swivel, it would get on there so much better. They don't, they're, yeah, I guess it is. I could probably try and, yeah, it is a ball joint.
Let me pop you up big here so we can take a look at that.
So,
that makes it a lot easier for customizing.
Yeah, I know some of the Spider-Man ones are down to $7 or $4. They go down in price, so they could be good for that. And even the head, if you wanted to throw it on something else. It's just, the odd thing is when it's on that ball joint, you don't get much forward back rotation. You get a little bit on it, which isn't a big deal. But like I said, a swivel on the wrist would have made it just that much easier to put him on the vehicle, and just a little better. The other figure I picked up from that line, which included several figures, was Captain America, which was a deluxe figure. I think he's on the next slide here. He comes with a power glove and a jetpack. That's what that thing is on his back. So it's kind of cool. And this wacky shield launcher, which actually does launch the shield pretty far.
So if you take off all the goofy contraptions, is it a pretty decent cap underneath all that doodad stuff?
Yeah, it's an okay cap. Although
can he hold the shield, or is it just a disc to shoot?
So it's the exact same shield that they did with the Falcon version that they released. Remember, they just did a Falcon version, and the problem is it comes with this little. See how it's not a closed loop to put his arm through.
Right.
It is a
C-clip for his forearm. Mm-hmm.
But it only clips onto the thickest part of his glove, the cuff on his glove. Huge issue for me because that is the only place you can mount it. And as you could see, Cap does more dynamic stuff. So I actually found somewhere, like I even tried to see if he could grab it by like, can he grab the rim of the shield and like hold it like that, like he's going to toss it,
Mm-hmm.
And that works. But I would have liked a closed loop that you could just stick maybe a handle on the front or something. Because sometimes he's going to punch with the shield, he might fly into battle. Like, I've seen Cap use the shield in all different ways, but you could probably find, better shields, or maybe do a little alteration to it and make it that much better. But all in all, he's not a bad Captain America figure, and I'm happy to have him.
Yeah, you can customize the shield a little bit. I'm sure you can come up with something.
He was pretty inexpensive. Yeah. I mean, the rest of the gimmicks, he was a little more because he came with all this extra crap that I didn't really need. But
didn't want. Yeah.
Jack
Tenrak is a cool character. He's kind of like he's a mechanic, which are kind of like very revered in that show, and he keeps his Cadillac running with bubble gum and baling wire and hope. A lot of MacGyverisms. Cadillacs and Dinosaurs was the cartoon based on a graphic novel that came out a while back called Xenozoic Tales. Really good stories.
Those kind of a cool mashup. Like mask size figures, or
no? They were slightly larger.
Okay.
I can't remember who made that. I want to say Tyco was the company, but yeah, they did a pretty good run. But I'd love to see those come back with some better modern articulation and sculpting. That's good stuff. And from what he's saying, you could use some Marauders parts to make a custom. That'd be cool.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That would be awesome.
The Marauders have a similar ball joint to what you just showed on the Panther there. So there's definitely some customization options there. It's cool.
Yeah. I think we got our answer though. Zaymot Rogue, thank you so much. Tyco, and they were 5-inch scale. Thank you very much. I've heard about them through the community, but I don't have any personal experience with them. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. TJC in the house. What's happening? All right. Let's see. And moving on to something awesome. Let me pull this out. So something really cool happened to me. And I want you to see what it is.
Neat.
Yeah, that's my spaceship noise. Look at that. Look at this thing. It's awesome. And it's all because of A World Made of Cardboard. So last week or the week before, he posted this video over on his YouTube channel, Build Yourself a Starfighter, with free plans that you could download off the internet, print out on your printer, cut, fold, and it even holds your favorite 3 3/4 characters. And in my case, freaking Loki's in there. What the hell's he doing in there? He's so mischievous, you know. He just gets into anywhere. I didn't tell him to go in there, but yeah,
it's impressive.
And if I can make it, anyone can, because I'm not even like really good at anything. So, yeah, Listen, A World Made of Cardboard, thank you so much for making this thing. It is so awesome. There's a link to this video in there, and this is not all that he's made. He has made other really cool things that you could download and build for free. So awesome. Let me see what else we got. We had to build the Starfighter, which, not saying anything about the other models, but this is my favorite so far. This thing is so freaking cool. And you just got to go watch his video and check it out.
Yeah, it's well designed. It's got a good scale to it, and the PDF is easily downloadable, and the instructions are pretty idiot proof. You can do it pretty well just following the instructions.
He also did the alien world, or his alien base, which I'm gonna pull up here. So I'm also pretty proud of my handiwork. I made one, and you can see the Karn inside there. That's like the alien birthing pod or regeneration pod or whatever. But that's a really fun one. That's only part of the series there. Pretty awesome. And then I don't have an example right now, but the command center, which is modular, so you can make it in a bunch of different configurations. And just watch his video on it because it's just awesome. And, like I said, he's here in the chat. John's such an awesome guy. I got to meet him at Joe Fest, but so creative and this is so much fun. Let me just tell you.
Yeah.
It took me a lot longer than it probably should have. I did it in 3 sessions. So I printed it, I trimmed everything, and then I did all like the precision cutting. Then I did all the scoring, and then I sat down and I did all the folding. All of the mistakes I made making this were my fault. I skipped steps. I cut too deep. I scored improperly. I cut the wrong thing. And don't tell John, but there might be a little bit of Scotch tape in this thing because I had to fix it. I know he's opposed to taping these together, but on some points I messed up. But John, I don't know if we talked about it, but it's all white, so that saves you on a lot of ink. But if you wanted to add a little color to it, I bet you could, right? You could probably paint this or use a marker or something. I don't know how well it would turn out. Or like Jim said when we were talking off screen, use some color paper, right? Maybe like a light tone paper if you had some like cardstock. So this is like number 10 cardstock. I picked it up at Walmart. It was only a couple bucks. And just freaking awesome. Please make more of these. I would buy I would download it and build them all. I would love a fleet of them. And so much fun. So much fun. And also, John does that. There's also another guy that does someone. I was going to ask John if he ever did one of these because Stardays80 over on Instagram, if you ever follow him, he made one too, and I made that ship as well. And that's the one I made over there. He has a little PDF you could download and build as well. So that one was a lot of fun. I made that one too. Cool. They're real fun to make, and I think all of you, every single one of you, should just go out and make one. Mm-hmm. Just go do it. Don't wait. Stop watching the show. Go make one right now. And then share some pictures of them, have some fun, fly them around.
You don't have to send in any proof of purchase or box tops to get the PDF. It's completely free. It's a bonus.
Yeah. And there's a link to A World Made of Cardboard's channel in the description below. Please go over there, subscribe to him, show him some love because I love what he's doing. Go make one right now, please.
Yep.
So much fun.
Yeah. Bjorn said, once you've made one in cardboard, if you wanted to try in styrene, that might work. The pattern, I think, would work with styrene. It's worth trying.
Oh,
nothing.
You know what?
Ventured, nothing gained.
I don't know. Yeah, let's see here. Definitely. I was going to ask. Oh, thank you for all the downloads. So a lot of people have been downloading it. That's great. I'd love to see some makes or builds. Looks like a Colonial Viper ship. Nice. I was thinking also the Captain Power ship. Do you remember the? I don't know what it was called, but his ship is kind of similar as
similar
well.
vibes.
A little more rounded, on the Captain Power one.
Reminds me a little of the alien ships from V.
Yeah.
Right.
That is slot and tab. Yeah. And John, really, the instructions are perfect. He tells you where to cut, where to score. I messed up and I skipped a step, and then I wound up having to take it apart and put it back. Just follow the instructions as he wrote them, and you won't have any problems. But yeah, definite Battlestar vibes. Yeah, it's fantastic. Uh, be a great background piece for Dio. Yeah, or you could
Sure.
run around like John does in his video and fly it around and have fun with it, man, because it's pretty durable too. It's not flimsy. I mean, I wouldn't throw it, but I wouldn't throw a plastic toy either, but it'll hold up. You could play with this thing. You could have fun with it. Um, G-Force is here. Yeah, nice. Scott's back. Welcome back, Scott. Inspiration, Battlestar Galactica, Space Academy, and Jason of Star Command. Thank you.
Jason of Star Command. That's
Yeah,
one I haven't
very
thought of
cool.
in a while. That was a
Yeah.
cool one.
Oh, Justin, you're going to make one? I'd love to see pictures of that as well. That's going to be awesome. Yeah, it reminds me of yeah, it's so cool, man. Thank you so much, John. I mean, like, who does that? Who just comes up with this in their imagination, makes the plans, puts it out there for free to just share the fun with everyone in the world? I mean, just awesome. You're such a cool dude. Thank you. Yeah, sounds cool. Word, you ever use clear plastic from packages? Yeah, you could. Yeah, that would be great to make like a windshield or something for it. I don't see why not if you just trace the pattern onto, that thicker plastic and folded it. You could put in there. Yeah. Um, Bjorn, do it, man. Get some styrene, make it. Yes. Common card stock that you could find. Yeah, because I know maybe card stock doesn't come in every color out there. So that other guy's name was Stardays80 on Instagram. Yeah, nice guy too. Yep, just subscribed. Cool. Yeah, he's a really nice guy too. I posted a make of the build, and he was really kind about that. And you need a printer, go to Staples and have them print it up for you. I like the style, the space style that A World Made of Cardboard designed. Yeah, it's really cool. Ed, he subscribed and downloaded after the show. Awesome, thank you. Oh yeah, I did show it on Tuesday's show too. I've been showing it everywhere. I'm sorry. Yeah. No, man, thank you for doing this. I just think it's awesome. These shuttles would be pretty sweet, or even the Enterprise, like Next Generation shuttle. That was a pretty cool craft with the thing in the front. We definitely need stuff like this. Yep. Eagle Force Star Command. Yes. Firestar from Fisher Price, one of the ships from your childhood. Yeah, very cool. I hope the instructions. Yeah, dude, they are perfect. I screwed up. No problems there, man. It's definitely. I just didn't read them. I told Chad that he could throw it at his Death Star without destroying his playset. That's hilarious. Oh my god. 2-liter bottle spaceship. What are we talking about now? Okay, we're getting off. Lots of talented makers in the community. Yeah, and a lot of really generous people that share their stuff like that. And I can't say oh, Star Trek shuttle, something like that's in the works. Great. Yeah. Nice. And I mean, like John, when we met him at Joe Fest, John's just like the kind of guy where he's just like, oh, hey, while we're waiting online, you guys want to see something cool? He just pulls out cardboard transformers that turn from vehicles into robots that are actually functional, that he designed, printed, and assembled. And I'm just like, this freaking guy, he's got a little box. Oh, hey, you want to see something? And it's the most amazing thing I've ever seen. So yeah, just awesome. Yeah, those robots you showed us were great. Yeah, I'd love to see those. And I'm sure he'll do a video about them eventually. But yeah, awesome guy, awesome channel. Go check it out. And that's all I got to say about that. Hey guys, we talked about this a couple weeks ago. Chatmate did the Acid versus Beta R&D contest. Well, guess what? That contest ended. Well, it's already 4:30 in the afternoon. It's 4:30 in the morning in Hong Kong, or 5:30 in the morning. So their day's just starting. So They did say like the Chat May page, like and share the post, submit your amazing ideas and comments in the comment section, which we all did, and you could win some prizes. They had 3 prize packs available. They're announcing the winner today or tomorrow for us. So sometime between this evening and the time we wake up tomorrow, they should have announced the winners. So I'm really curious. I submitted some ideas. Frontline, who runs the Chatmavers beta Facebook group, he submitted some. Oh my God. So remember I did those like rough mock-ups and I even wrote on them like disclaimer, this isn't supposed to be like, this is supposed to just like get the idea across. It's a rough sketch. I even put a disclaimer so people didn't, flame me in the comments going, it looks like a 2-year-old did it. It was meant to just do that. He went and made like a couple of really nice ideas, but he added like a professional background to it. They look like production pieces. So Frontline, super talented. Speaking of Frontline, I forgot to tell you, this guy found me the Chatmay Soldier Force version of this flying wing, and he sent it to me. I think he found them at the HEB store in Texas for a very good deal. And it comes with a fighter pilot figure. They're very small, easy to hold, and I think they're $5 to $10, I think. So I know it's a little goofy, but if you wanted to make some really cool custom ships, this is a great starter. And I think it's cool just as is. And the beta version or the acid version is going to be like a blue themed. This is just like kind of a gray, generic Soldier Force version. But thank you so much for that, Frontline. I appreciate you. So yeah, just congratulations to whoever won. Hopefully, we'll check in during the week and we'll talk about it. It's a shame that it wasn't like yesterday because I would have loved to announce it on the the show here, but we'll talk about it next week. Speaking of next week, Jim, we got some cool stuff going on.
We do.
And you know what, chat? You let me know right now if this is a corny idea. I talked to Jim, and maybe it is. So, what's today? The 14th. Well, 2 days ago, I saw an Instagram post, and someone said it's 112. It's 112 day. Let's do like this 112 scale thing, right? So I was like, oh, really? Interesting, because 118 is this Thursday. And I thought we should do a special 118 hangout to celebrate 118 day and talk about the 118 scale and why we love it so much. What do you guys think? Is that corny? Should I not do it? If you guys agree that we should do it, we're going to do it Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. We'll be talking about all of our favorite 118 scale stuff, taking a trip down memory lane, all the way from its roots with the Mego Pocket Heroes and the Microman and the Fisher Price Adventure people, all the way to the modern day, where and talk about all of our favorite stuff. We'll even have some fun guests popping in and just hang out and talk and celebrate 118. Corny or not? Should we do it? Let's see.
Corny has never stopped us before, so
it really hasn't. 118 day is coming. Thank you, Scott. Do it. Yes, we will do it. Yes. Okay, works for you. Awesome. Sounds good. I like it. Do it. Well, I knew I had the right audience because you guys tuned into this. So do it at 1:18 p.m. I wish I could, but I have to work. And I forget who it was. Someone commented like on one of our live streams a couple weeks ago. We actually did the show. It was for 1 hour and 18 minutes. And he said, I love how you did your show for 118. And I was like, I did not plan that at all. But yeah, I'll take the credit for it. Yes, I'm in 118. 118, love it. Awesome. Okay, great. Let's do it, man. We're gonna have fun. Corny is good. Well, yeah, I got that in spades. So then we could do 119 day right after it, right? Boba Hicks is such a
sure.
He kills me, man. Yeah. Oh,
I think 119 is NFT day. And
yeah, NFT. Yeah, I'll bring the tigers and my ox. Yeah. Okay. So good. So we have a special show coming up this Thursday, 144th day for Gundam kits on January 14th. Oh, geez. Jeez. Okay. Oh, nice. Copter, carry a 118 toy in your pocket all day at work and act like people are weird for not celebrating the holiday. Oh, that's
We
great.
should make
That's
like
great.
118 figure lapel pins. It's like, remember 118. It's like, what?
Remember
Yeah,
118?
why not?
And people
Why
are like,
not?
what? And you explain it to them, and they were like, "You're a grown man, aren't you?" Yes, I am. And then you could join us next Sunday, 121, for special guest, Mr. Beta Ray Bob. He's talking modern figure compatibility, and that was suggested by I think Zaymot Rogue, right? I think that was the one who said we should do a show like that. So NFT, no effing toy. That's right.
That's right.
That's right. So yeah, he'll be on next week. We're gonna have a really great show talking about the compatibility of the modern stuff. So yeah. So that show has been in the making since you suggested it. So thank you so much for that. It's 107 right now. Do you think we should just talk to the chat for another, what is it? Almost 10 minutes here and just get it to 118 and then quit and then end the show? Or should we just throw away that notion and end it now? What's up, guys?
We go for
Got any
it.
questions you want to talk about? Something padded out? We got to end it at 118. So let me know. And I know it takes a couple seconds to catch up. So I'm going to go do something real quick and I'll be right back.
All righty. Well, we have been working on some stuff in other scales as well. Project Brainstorm's coming along. Our buddy Zazel is doing some 118 toy photography, photo story kind of stuff. It'll be interesting to see what he cooks up. Probably circling around his Slaughterhouse Wrestling. That'll be fun. We got some interesting news about a new Zorro show coming out. If you like Zorro, there is a 118 version of Zorro and his horse Tornado, made by Boss Fight. That's pretty cool. I think that's still available. Beyond that, slow news right now. There's not much going on, but we're tinkering with some stuff, doing some storytelling. You just never know. Oh, cool. Yeah, I thought it was appropriate to do some Zorro love because of the new show coming out. It's an interesting character, especially if you explore the lore and look at some of the real historical characters that he was based on, some of the legends and some of the things going on in the 1800s that kind of prompted that character into existence. I always thought, Gaz, that was a natural team up with Zorro and Lone Ranger. I'd love to see those two in a series together. That'd be kind of cool. So, yes. Viva el Zorro.
Yes. Who made those? The Lone Ranger and like Zorro figures, the ones I picked up at Joe Fest. Those were.
I want to say Big Boss. They had Lone Ranger?
No, I picked up like the old ones, like the ones from the late 70s, early 80s. Those were nice.
I don't remember the name of the company, but I know they
Gabriel.
History of the Lone Ranger. Gabriel
made those, yeah. And Thanos Copter Zorro has a new show. Yes, I think it comes out Thursday, I think, or
19th. Yeah.
19th,
I put a little blurb about it on Largo's Lair, so you just check that out.
Yeah, and that Zorro is amazing. Kit Bash two versions to get thigh articulation, and there's a comic of it. Oh yeah, nice. They made Zorro, Lone Ranger, Tarzan. Oh, these are staples of your Saturday morning cartoons. Listen, I loved Zorro when I was a kid, man. Even that the Zorro the Gay Blade movie, they played it on HBO all the time. I loved it, man.
Ironically, Big Bad Boss Fight Studio did make the Gay Blade version of Zorro in their toy line as well.
Yeah. And the black and white serials, Zorro and Lone Ranger, yeah, totally awesome. Yeah, great stuff. And for me, the stories of those days were just iconic. These are just heroes going out there and just kind of righting wrongs and doing stuff. And it was just really great. Not too heavy, although I know there's some social commentary and things in there. But just had a air of adventure, just a lot of fun. Rolando Flores in the house. Hello. And Rolando's been posting some really cool YouTube videos of his toy hunts. I caught a whole bunch of
Cool.
them. He posted up the other day. So yeah, if you guys get a chance, go check out Rolando, the Utah Toy Hunter, right? I think that's what it's called. Or maybe it's the toy guru. No, I don't know. I'm
No.
sorry, Rolando. I'm just kidding.
That's mean.
Yeah, Buster Crab remains my Flash Gordon. Very cool.
He
All
was
right.
one of the best.
Growing up in South SoCal or Southern California, love Zorro. First generation American. My family is from Scotland. Very cool.
I
That's
spent a wee bit of time in Sandbank near Dunoon.
right. Very cool. Zorro the Gay Blade with George Hamilton. It was great. Yeah, I used to love it. Opinion: 5 POA or more POA? That's a really good question for the 118 show that we're going to do
Yeah.
over on Thursday, because I'm kind of want to ask that. But I think more POA, but I don't think 8 points of articulation is
Right.
necessary on every character. I think on Spider-Man it makes sense because he is super acrobatic and
Right.
gets into all those poses. But I think for most characters like that, 11 to I think
Yeah.
wrists, elbows.
Knees
yeah.
and wrists are
Yeah.
usually good enough.
I don't even think waist is necessarily important on every single character also. So I know that a lot of these figures are made using one standard buck and then every character is kind of derivative of that. But that's just me. Yeah, Whip of Zorro was my favorite of the old school movies. Awesome stuff. Very cool. Fortnite does have really good articulation for a 4-inch figure. Yeah. I would say they do really interesting joints too on the Fortnite stuff.
It'd
They
be good
have,
to see Jazzwares
have,
get
like,
some other IPs. Yeah.
They have like a ratchet. You could feel it clicking as I turn like even his elbow. There's like a ratchet, so it sticks and it stays in the position. The shoulder joint is ratcheted as well. And I don't know how they
So-
do that in such a small figure, His ankle has a ratchet. So each time I do that, I don't know if you can hear it click. But yeah, they click into position. It's very satisfying. It's like a very tight and kind of satisfying pose there. I don't think they do some waist. But yeah, I would say that is a pretty good amount of articulation there. Excellent. And they're very affordable too.
Gaz with the trivia there. That is true. He did play both Space Heroes. Buster Crab was Flash Gordon and Buck Rogers, and he did appear as a pilot in the Buck Rogers TV show from the early 80s. Or was that the late 70s? Gil Gerard show.
And you're right.
Around the same time as Battlestar.
Yeah. Some articulation does compromise the sculpt. So, in some cases, that's why I said, like, it's not always like, I can't say one thing is better. I think it depends on the figure, So like a superhero who's wearing spandex and doesn't really have like additional gear or anything on. If you notice, like some of the ones that have like shoulder pads and things like that, it interferes with the articulation. So I think on some of them, you just can't get, so yeah, not every character needs to pose the same. Indiana Jones doesn't need to pose like Spider-Man. Perfectly said. There you go. But yeah, this was the Gaz's thing. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Very interesting. One time I thought I had ratchet joints, but it was just me. Okay.
After 50, I notice I have ratcheting joints. I get all kinds of creaks and pops when I get out of bed.
I think you could hear my knees pop every time I get up. Yeah. So, all right, guys, it's 1:15. We've got 3 minutes. Rapid fire. Let's go, because I'm going to just end it right now. So, if you got a question, some of them, I like for my army figures to be able to hold the rifle correctly. Yeah, I think so. I think that's frustrating when they can't do that.
That is nice. A lot of the newer O-rings are putting wrist joints so that you can actually get them to hold a rifle.
I think wrists are pretty good, and some, it's also like a level of detail. It's like if you're going to do it poorly, maybe don't do it, because like I think like some Joes in the early 2000s, like they tried to do wrists, but like the hands would just fall out. Like they didn't
Oof.
really stay in there very well. So
Must have been after they took over Kenner, because some of those
yeah.
Kenner designers had some choice design ideas. Leave it at
I
that.
know. Oh, before we go, tomorrow night at what time, Jim? 7:15 p.m. Eastern.
Sure.
We have the Infinite playlist with
We do.
Allison Troy, Retro Toy Princess. She was really awesome. We pre-recorded it. Please check that out tomorrow night, and go check out our 118 show on Thursday. It'll be right here on this channel. So real quick, we've got just want to say all of you are awesome. No, you're awesome. Really like hanging out with you cats. I can relate to. Thank you, everyone. Seriously feel like I found a home here. Well, yeah, for sure.
Cool.
And real quick, Megaforce Destroyer or Delta Mark 3 Cycles? Which do you prefer? I prefer the Destroyer, but no, I'm sorry. No. I just, as soon as I said Destroyer, I got the vision of them just doing wheelies and shooting rockets and him doing the totally with the Mark 3 cycle. That's my thing.
I like the big command vehicle that the cycles came out of. I don't know what the name of that was, but that was cool.
Oh, I don't know either. All right, guys, we only got a
Gaz
couple
knows.
seconds here. Thank you, dude. You guys make our week, man. Because yeah, that's awesome. And Boba Hicks, he just likes the Earth. So, Earth to you, sir. Earth to you.
It's a world made of cardboard, perhaps.
Yes. All right, guys, winding it down. We are going to go. We got 20 seconds. By the time the outro plays, we'll be at exactly 118. So, guys, have a great week. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you guys Thursday. See you next
Cheers.
Sunday. Bye.